All right, let's continue our face-off and take a little closer look at the user interface on both the Apple iPhone 4S and HTC EVO 3D. The iPhone 4S, you're going to get up to, I believe, 11 different panels that you can customize with up to 16 different shortcuts per panel. Shortcuts can consist of application shortcuts like you see here, a bookmark, or a folder. I don't have any folders, so let's make one. Simply drag photos onto camera and hit the home key, and we now have our photography folder. Tap on it to access it. If we want to break it back up, hold down, drag it out. Let's get rid of this one, and we'll pull this out, put it in its spot, and there we go. Now we're back. So that's how you set up a folder. As far as customization, you can go in to settings, wallpapers, and either through the camera roll or the wallpapers that come with it, determine and change the lock screen as well as the home screen. And that's about it. On the EVO 3D, you're going to get 7 different panels. Actually, let's look at HTC. 7 different panels that you can customize either with widgets, application shortcuts, bookmarks, folders, or contact information. Some of the widgets on it, here's the bookmark widget. It's loading. Here's the weather widget, and again, you can have multiple cities. A lot of animation. Here's the home screen and your clock and weather widget, and again, news widget. You see I've got Android Authority, a little plug for you guys. Calendar widget. Then again, you can have regular application shortcuts as well, as you can see here. A lot of customization available. That's a personalization icon. You can change scenes. You can see the different scenes that are available. You can change skins, and they only give you 3, but there's more available from HTC. You can change wallpapers, and again, it supports live wallpapers, which can be kind of slick. Here's some of your live wallpapers. Also have lock screen, and this is very nice. You can determine what type of lock screen you'd like, and the one I have currently is set up as weather, so when you turn the phone on, you're going to get the weather. You can set up for friend stream, photo album, or simply wallpaper, clock, or stocks. And the other thing you can do is go into settings here, and you can determine what 4 application shortcuts are available when you turn the phone on that you can get at without having to even unlock the phone, and simply drag it into the unlock area, which is very nice. Also, we've got the list of different widgets and the total. Okay, there's no room on that particular screen to add a widget. Let me see how I can, what's another way to do this? Let me remove this one. Oop. And let's go here. See if I can do it this way. Go to widgets and browse all HTC widgets. How many do we have? We have a total of 81 different widgets available. In fact, one Sprint widget. And there it is, as you can see it there. All right, so obviously a lot of customization available. Let's take a look at the notification systems on both as well, because they're both pretty cool. On the iPhone 4S, you've got weather up here at the top, as you can see. Then we've got calendar, New York Times, stocks. Best way to probably look at that is if you go into settings, and we'll go to notifications right here. And these are the different notifications I can add to the notification page, or reminder, or whatever you want to call it. And your notifications, the way you set it up is you can either have no notification when something does happen. You can have a banner notification or an alert notification. You can turn it on and off, show the number of items under the notification. So it's very, covers quite a bit of information, very well done. And on HTC, also very well done. It's going to show you the last 8 applications that you open. 1, 2, 3, 4, excuse me, last 10. No, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, last 8, that's what I thought. And you can also go into quick settings, which will give you shortcuts, connectivity manager shortcuts. So on notifications, you're probably going to get email, messaging, applications need updating. Typical what you would expect for notifications, along with the last shortcuts, the last 8 applications, along with shortcuts to connectivity settings. So both of them have done a very good job in setting that up. Take a look at the main menu. Again, on the iPhone 4S, the phone itself is the main menu. You've got different panels of application shortcuts here. You can look at all apps, you can look at favorites or frequently used, and download. All right, we also have multitasking on both. Holding down on the home screen, on the home key, will bring up the last 8 applications, recent applications on the EVO 3D. Well, I'm starting to lose it. And on the iPhone 4S, simply pushing down twice on the home key will bring up tasks that are running. Simply tap on any one, will take you directly to it. Both of them have dedicated search. Swiping to the right from the home screen will open up the search, or pushing down once will open up the search. And then you've got dedicated search here, and you have speech to text. Search the internet on the EVO 3D, which is a little bit more advanced than what the iPhone 4S has. And I think I'm going to leave it at that for a little closer look at the user interface on both. Next up, let's take a look at the messaging applications on both. There's a look at the keyboards for you on the two of them. The keys look about the same width, and the EVO 3D keys look just a bit taller. Again, you've got a much larger display. You've also got numbers and symbols available long touch on the, or long press, on the EVO 3D. Other than that, one thing that's different on HTC devices, the numbers, symbols are down in the lower right-hand corner, whereas on Samsung and iPhone 4S and a number of other phones, you'll find the numbers and symbols in the lower right-hand corner. Both offer speech to text. Call Craig on Tuesday. Call Craig on Tuesday. You notice with the iPhone 4S, you get capitalization, which is pretty slick. Also on the EVO 3D, one other thing we need to take a look at, if I can get it to cooperate. Not what I want it to do at the moment. There we go, input methods. We have swipe as well. Let's take a look at the swipe keypad, and there's our swipe keypad, and we don't need this, so we'll kill that for the moment. Let's go back. There's our swipe keypad. And again, I'm horrible at this, but I will give it a shot. Call John on Tuesday. And we get call John in Tuesday. Wow, not bad. I'm getting better. Also, your suggestions here, which you can tap on to replace, so we can change Tuesday to Teddy. No big deal there. As far as keyboard layout, again, you have speech to text. Keys look to be a little closer in size on the with swipe than they do with the touchpad keypad. Both have enter. One thing I forgot to check, let's check that out. I want to make sure we have an enter key on our touch input as well. And we do, we have enter keys on both. All right, so we've got swipe, and let's take a look at the keypads in landscape on both. Give you a look at that. There we go. There's a keypads. Now, one other thing I wanted to do is let's go in and check out attachments. You can see on the EVO 3D we have picture, video, audio, location, contact vCard, and appointment, calendar vCard. And on the iPhone 4S, it's either the gallery or take a new picture or video. So a little bit more available as far as attachments on the EVO 3D. All right, let's wrap up today's face-off between Apple's iPhone 4S and HTC's EVO 3D with our browser comparison. Got them both running off the same Wi-Fi network. I have the cache history cleared on both, and I've got flash disabled on the EVO 3D. So let's start this out with Engadget, and we're off. And it looks like the EVO 3D is in a hurry to get there. iPhone 4S, what are you doing? Come on, there it goes. Lag there for a second. Here it comes. There we go. And I got both displays are set to default brightness. Wow. EVO 3D, no, not quite done. Still loading a little bit more. Is it going to finish ahead? Here comes the iPhone 4S. iPhone 4, up. The little swirly up at the top on the iPhone 4S was still running when the EVO 3D finished. So I'm going to give it to the EVO 3D, but it is not quite as smooth as the iPhone 4S. There you go. So look at both. Double tap to zoom in. There's a text on both. And again, one of the things you can do with the EVO 3D is the text dynamically rewraps itself when you use pinch to zoom, which is very nice, which the iPhone 4S does not. Excuse me. Alright, any rendering issues on either one of them? You can see how smooth the EVO 3D is. And the iPhone 4S, both very smooth. And again, both running off the same Wi-Fi network. Alright, let's go over to Smartphone Envy and give that a whirl, and we're off. And it looks like it's going to be the iPhone 4S by a lance. Oh, here comes the EVO 3D. iPhone 4S looks like it's just about done, well ahead of the, oh, here it comes, EVO 3D. Who's going to take it? Looks like, wow, I think it was the EVO 3D, but if it was, it wasn't by a heck of a lot. That was very close. Again, I've got both the displays set to default brightness. And there you go. Let's double tap and zoom in on one of these. Take a little closer look. There you go. Let's try one more. Let's head on over to the actual story. See who takes that. Looks like the iPhone 4S is going to handle that. Well, here comes the EVO 3D. iPhone 4S is done. First to load the post. You're going to double tap to zoom in, double tap to zoom in on both. And again, you can dynamically rewrap the text. Unable to do so on the iPhone 4S. Oh. So there's a look at our browser comparison and our face-off between the Apple iPhone 4S and HTC EVO 3D. My name's Craig with Smartphone Envy. I hope that's been helpful. Take care.